Today, our friends were reminded that there are many ways for humans and Pokémon to communicate, and that the most important way is with their hearts.
Was that an Arrokuda attack launched from Cramorant's mouth? Cramorant! The Gulp Pokémon, Cramorant!
I think Cramorant is one of the most charming and funny Pokémon designs that we've seen in a while. When you look at it, there's really nothing that makes it anything other than a regular bird. But something about those big eyes and those vibrant colors makes it feel like a Pokémon. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of some Gen 1 designs in that way. Despite being generally quite likable, Cramorant doesn't have too much going for it. That's probably why it clocks in at a paltry 0.07% usage in Regulation F. First up, water flying is a bad typing. I know Gyarados makes it work, but that 4x weakness to electric attacks is just brutal, especially with a big giraffe named Raging Bolt running through the metagame at the moment. Second, Cramorant's stats are incredibly middling, doesn't really excel at any one thing. But I still think we're going to have a shot at making it good. And I want to start with the ability. Say what you will, Gulp Missile in my eyes is the funniest Pokemon ability ever. If you're not familiar, when Cramorant uses one of Surf or Dive in battle, it will fish up either an Arrokuda or a Pikachu and hold it in its bill until hit by an attack. Arrokudas are fished at over 50% HP, Pikachu's under 50%. When hit by an attack, Cramorant chucks that Pokemon at the offender, and inflicts a bit of damage along with a side effect determined by the projectile. Arrokuda lowers defense by 1 stage. Pikachu causes paralysis. It's a gimmick ability in its purest form, but a hilarious one at that. The fact that Pokemon stuff their mascot into a big bird's mouth is great. We're going to pair Cramorant next to a Storm Drain Gastrodon on this team, so that Cramorant can use Surf for both Gulp Missile and to boost up its partner. Throw on a Focus Sash and Tailwind for support, and Cramorant can do some good out there. However, we should address something. While this series usually seeks to optimize the offensive potential of its stars, Cramorant will be in more of a supporting role here, so don't expect that many KOs or flashy stats. But make no mistake, it really is the central cog to this team. You'll see. The rest of the team has some familiar faces, with Ogerpon Wellspring, Raging Bolt, and Rillaboom. Choice Band Hisuian Arcanine is new, and it benefits immensely from Gastrodon directing away any water-type attacks. But let's quit talking and start battling. Welcome to the Gulping Cramorant Gala? Yeah, that works. Okay, interesting team. You don't see Bisharp a lot. Rillaboom with Drain Punch sounds pretty good into that. I feel okay to lead Cramorant Gastrodon and just see what they want to do. Rillaboom seems really nice for the priority. And I think Arcanine. Okay, so it is Roaring Moon, but it's not Flutter Mane with it, so we should at least get 1 boost of Surf up, provided that Grimmsnarl is going to start with a screen. So let's do Surf, and let's do just Ice Beam for damage into Roaring Moon. Sounds okay? Okay, they do go for a screen, so we will be guaranteed to get that Surf boost up. Oh, and they just do Tailwind. Okay, so it's just a setup turn from them. Don't know why they went for Reflect. Okay, cool. Cramorant will also show off. It will pick up an Arrokuda. Perfect, love that. And Ice Beam should do a hearty chunk here. Oh yeah. Great damage. Okay, and now they're gonna go for Light Screen. And I say we go for Surf, and we could recover, assuming they're going for Gastrodon, but I don't even think we need to. I think we're gonna try to take out Roaring Moon. Yep, okay, Light Screen, and this is going pretty well. This is about the best we could have asked for. Ooh, okay. Knockoff does a lot. Recover could have been nice. Surf comes out again. So we will be taking the KO on Roaring Moon, which is great. Yep. And at +2, yes, that is enough. So it's going to depend on what's in the back now. And what Grimmsnarl has as its last 2 moves. Could be something like Thunder Wave. Could have been Fake Out. Ooh. Well, Ursaluna doesn't scare me too much. I don't think I'm going to surf this time. I think I'll go for Tailwind and maybe just recover. But I think I'll protect, because if we get Tailwind up, we will have the speed advantage with Gastrodon, or we should rather. Okay, Spirit Break. Oh, that does a lot. But we will get the Arrokuda to do a little damage in return. Nice, love that animation. And the defense drop. Okay, but Ursaluna is faster. We're max speed Cramorant, so I was not 100% sure. Okay, Cramorant down. And now is definitely the time to bring in Rillaboom. Yep, Assault Vest Rillaboom is going to be doing great here. Plus, we actually have a great move here, which is to fake out the Ursaluna and just recover with Gastrodon, which will buy us more turns to burn out that Tailwind. Surely they Terra here. Yeah, Terra normal. If they're Terra Ghost for some reason, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, but it is Terra normal. So they were hoping to pick off both of us. That makes sense. And I would be surprised if they Spirit Break Rillaboom. Okay. Fake out, they Spirit Break. This shouldn't KO. Nope, doesn't. Just barely. Hate to lose special attack, but it's all right. And recover. And now it comes down to who we want to take out. I kind of just like Drain Punch and maybe Protect again. But they could Blood Moon Rillaboom, which would be a lot of trouble. See, okay, they Spirit Break Gastrodon, so we should be surviving here. I kind of hope they're faster. Okay, they are, because we'll get some recovery now. Provided they don't one-shot. Which again, I really feel like with Assault Vest they shouldn't. Yep. Oh, and that does not do enough. We're going to find out if they're Light Clay, though, which is going to be very important. Okay, they are. Could go Terra Grassy Glide into Grimmsnarl, but does that just invite more damage later? No, I think we need to go for the KO here. It's going to come down to some Rock Slide stuff, I think is part of it. If they protected Ursaluna for some reason, maybe to stall out grass turns, that would be ideal. But I'm not getting my hopes up. Okay, they don't. If this KOs, that would be great. Okay, it does. That's big. That's really nice. The question now is if they take the 2-shot, or the... Oh no, okay, they go for Blood Moon. Into who? Into Gastro. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure how to feel. It depends on what they have in the back, really. Oh, Bisharp, too. Interesting. Well, that is fascinating. Oh, okay. Activating Defiant on Bisharp is bad. That's really bad. How many turns of Reflect? 2. Okay, we may not have this here. It's going to have to be Rock Slide flinches, I think. And we miss. That's even worse. Oh, we miss both. What? Okay. Cool. Hate that. Wow, getting no chip there is brutal. Okay. So we appear to be speed tying Ursaluna, which is really good to know, and that will allow us to survive this turn. Okay, Hyper Voice comes out. Doesn't KO either. But now Bisharp, I think, will Sucker Punch KO Arcanine. If we're gonna win, they have to not do that. Okay, Bisharp protects. If we get the flinch here, we're looking okay. Okay, we hit. We need a flinch. Okay. We need the flinch. Okay, they do flinch. So we have a shot. Because Reflect is up now too. We're going to Drain Punch Bisharp. We're going to Rock Slide and hope for the best. Because they kind of need to Sucker Punch Arcanine. Okay, they don't go with either. We could fish a flinch now, and they flinch. And I think that's going to be the win for us. Because there goes their +3 Bisharp. Maybe not. We kind of need another flinch. We need a crazy another flinch. And they flinch, and that's going to do it, I think. Wow, I would be so tilted if I were them. That's crazy. Okay, we hit Rock Slide, and we're gonna get the KO with the Drain Punch. That is brutal. But that is why you play with Rock Slide. Well, quite a fortuitous first game here. And you got to see CRAMORANT in action, but you know, not gonna say that it wasn't Arcanine's insane flinch luck, but I will take it. And we got to see a Surf spitting out the Arrokuda animation, which is always great. Okay, a lot of concerning mons here. Urshifu is always a pain, but at least Gastrodon redirects. Archaludon's gonna be a problem, that's for sure, but Gastrodon still gives us answers into that. In other words, we have to be careful with Gastrodon here. Yeah, I actually really like Ogerpon for its special defense raise when you Terra it, and I think Raging Bolt also makes sense. I'm not really afraid of an Urshifu Tornadus lead, so it wouldn't be the worst to see. Okay, instead we get the one I'm scared of. Okay, here I feel like they're definitely gonna Rain Dance. So let's Surf while we still have our Focus Sash. And I think just Earth Power for damage. And if we Beta Terra, that's great. But damage onto Archaludon is, I would say, non-negotiable. Okay, it was Rain Dance. We're gonna get Electro Shot into CRAMORANT. But this is great. Oh, and we are faster naturally. Okay, that's even better because we will get extra damage onto Archaludon from our little ability. Okay, don't like the defense raise, but that's okay. And here's Electro Shot. And I think this is going pretty well because they'll take a defense drop. Yep, and the damage from the Arrokuda. Sash is great. And I think we should do a lot with Gastro here. Okay, that doesn't do a lot. Okay, no, sorry, I thought that was the other damage. And look at that. Wow. Good work, Gastro. And that is like the most concerning mon out of the way right there. Ooh, Flutter first. Show me speed. Okay, it is speed. I think maybe we just see if we can Surf, and I think just Protect and get our legs under us a little bit. Who knows, maybe they go crazy passive or try to take out Gastro. Okay, no, it's just Gleam. That's fine. And probably Bleak Wind too. Good. CRAMORANT goes down, but you did your job. And it is Bleak Wind, okay. Cool. Maybe, I think Ogerpon actually. I was gonna say Raging Bolt and Terra Electric, but Ogerpon Terra Water sounds even better. Because we can Terra Water and just Ivy Cudgel, and then Ice Beam will take out Tornadus. Yeah. And I don't see what they do here. They don't switch. And with the +1 in special defense, Bleak Wind doesn't scare me as much. Okay, nifty plus special defense. They protect. Okay, they don't. Oh, ooh, forgot about Storm Drain. That is on me. Okay, Bleak Wind comes out. Doesn't do too much. I'll take it. Well, Gastro is very strong now, but may cause some future issues there. Show me your Shifu. No, Ogerpon. Interesting. Actually, I can Cudgel. And I'm going to, actually. I will give up my boosts on Gastro, assuming that they're going to Horn Leech. Oh, except if they Terra Fairy Flutter Mane, we may not be living here. Oh, I may have blown this. I may have blown this entirely. Do they Terra? Okay, they don't Terra, and this should not KO. Good. And we are faster. Okay. So we've avoided Calamity, and I'm guessing they Horn Leeched one of us. But there goes Flutter Mane. Okay, and they did Horn Leech. Perfect. Okay. Almost mega through there. If they Terra Fairied and like Moon Blasted, yeah, that just would have been bad. Okay, but I'll take it. Ooh, okay. I like this team a lot. And I also don't mind the Cramorant Gastro lead. Our Arcanine is going to be essential. They are almost entirely physical attackers. I feel like Raging Bolt's always a solid bring. Okay, Grim Gyarados suggests Dragon Dance. Good to know. Don't need Tailwind yet. I think Surf and Ice Beam sounds good. Just get some damage down. Okay, why do they keep reflecting? Is Cramorant normally physical attacking and I don't know something? Okay, Gastro's looking good and they're just giving us way more damage than they should be. Oh, okay, cool. And they go after Cramorant. Even better. Extra damage. And we could actually see the Pikachu Surf thing. Okay, good. And yeah, I see no reason not to Surf again. And we could be rid of Gyarados almost immediately. No, okay, so Light Screen does go up. It's fine. Surf out again, and they're just letting Gastro get a little bit out of hand here. Oh, we do get to see the Pikachu. Come on, nice. Okay. And the Pikachu gets thrown for huge damage and the para. If I knew they were going to do that, I would not have gone after Gyarados this turn. Good job, Cramorant. Did your work. And I kind of hope this doesn't KO. Okay, but it does. Yep, even through Light Screen. Okay, so 1 for 1, but our Gastrodon's looking pretty good. And what's nice is Gastro shields Arcanine from any sort of water type attacks, even though that's not a concern here. I feel like there's no way that they don't Terra Moongus, but I think we should just go after it. I guess Terra Water would have been really bad, and I should have probably covered for that in some way, but I don't know. Do you really want to burn your Terra just on a Moongus? Yeah, they don't. Okay, so we will get some big damage here. Oh, I bet they bring in their Arcanine. That wouldn't surprise me. Well, Choice Band Arcanine is gonna be doing some damage if they don't protect here. Well, I know they didn't actually. Even through Reflect, half? Yeah, over half. Berry? No Berry would be great. Okay, they're not Berry. This might KO. Nice, okay. Well, getting rid of a Moongus is huge. I don't know if that crit mattered, but that is beyond massive. Okay, Grimmsnarl's out. Let's go into Raging Bolt and Terra Fire and Ice Beam the Rillaboom. And then we can Intimidate Cycle next turn. And you'll see that Terra Fire here comes into big handy against grass type Pokemon. Terra Grass, maybe? No, Terra Fire. I could have read that. Okay, but if this implies that they have Terra Blast instead of High Horsepower, for example, then we are sitting really nice here. Okay, so the showdown of the Terra Fires is on, and I'm feeling pretty good about our spot in it. Okay, Parting Shot. If they get enough of those down, then we'll just start cycling in the other slot. Oh, interesting. Okay. That won't do anything. Let's assume Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Wood Hammer, and then a fourth move. Okay, Arcanine in. They're now significantly weaker on both sides. And we can even Rock Slide next turn. Oh, Knockoff. Wow, okay, it's a very interesting Rillaboom set. Okay, Spirit Break was to be expected, and look at that, not doing too much. Could Head Smash here, that'd be kind of funny. How much does this do? Oh, through light screen? Nice. And Barry Rillaboom, very interesting. I don't see a way out of this. Yeah, okay. GG's. And as you can see, another Cramorant Gastro game where if you don't pay enough attention to Gastro, it can really start to take off. Okay, interesting team here. Psy-Spam is not friendly to us, but Arcanine is a good counter into that. Cramorant looks okay, Gastro looks pretty good, Arcanine looks really nice, and something for Corviknight maybe. Raging Bolt, I think. Okay, so it's not Indeedee Armarouge, and I gotta be honest, that is the far and away best case scenario. Tailwind feels real tempting right about now. Okay, Psychic Seed. If they like Trick Room or something, that would be nuts. And also almost an insta loss for us. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, bundle. Really? Okay, Gleam comes out. Does a Hardy Chunk, but we get Tailwind going. And that is what really matters. And we'll get a little chip off. Oh, more than a little chip. Cool, okay. Feeling really good about where we are now. Okay, let's Surf and let's Terra Fire and Earth Power Fluttermane. Because Gastrodon in its current state completely walls Iron Bundle. So let's not worry about that. Terra Fire also gives us a great matchup into Fluttermane. Okay, Surf comes out. Great to get Storm Drain. And this, I mean, even Resisted should do decent damage to Bundle. Yep. Oh, Freeze Dry comes out. Does not do too much. And Gleam. Okay, and Gleam means that Fluttermane is paralyzed and may even get KO'd straight up. Cram goes down, and Earth Power takes the KO. Nice job. It's definitely time to bring in Arcanine. We gotta put some pressure on while we have Tailwind up. Yeah, Arcanine definitely makes the most sense here. Bolt's also good, but I think we could save its priority until Psychic Terrain goes away. Let's see, Armarouge. No, Corviknight, interesting. Ah, okay, and Mirror Armor. That is a pain. Here we're actually sitting really pretty because we can Flare Blitz, and then we can also Ice Beam the Corviknight, and they can't Hydro Pump Arcanine because of Gastrodon. Sneaky little thing. Corviknight Dragon. Ah, okay, it is Dragon. That's kind of a bummer. But even if it starts Iron Defensing, we always have Raging Bolt in the back. Okay, and they protect there. This is also why we Ice Beamed. Flare Blitz does a little bit of damage. Burn would also be great. Any burn? No burn. And Ice Beam does great damage. One more of those will KO. Even with IDEF. Cool. Yeah, I'm not worried about Bundle. We are not worrying about Bundle. Ah, okay, no, they switch out Corviknight, which is great. Maybe they try to Hydro Pump here to no avail. Flare Blitz. Look at that damage. Nice job, Arc. Show me Hydro Pump. Oh, U-turn. I didn't even know that got U-turn. Oh wait, we have it here. We simply Flare Blitz the Indeedee and we Ice Beam the Corviknight. I don't think they have enough moves here. Maybe if they get a crit somewhere, And Terrifier Gastrodon showing off here. I know Cramorant is more in a supporting role than it normally is for my VGC rejects, but I thought the combination of Surf and then activating Gastrodon Storm Drain was too fun to not pass up. Or was too fun to pass up. You know what I mean. My guess is Iron Defense here. Hope I make a misplay. Yep, there goes Indeedee, and Corviknight is not living another Ice Beam. At least I don't think so. See, might just be a body press straight up. Oh, Roost, interesting, okay. Again, I'm not worried. We're not gonna worry about Corviknight. We're gonna force it to keep, and we get the freeze. Okay, perfect. Okay, oh, and they are Berry. Oh, Lumberry, oh, interesting. It's a lucky turn of fate for them. And they forfeit. Okay, cool. Great demonstration of how Terrifier Gastro can just sort of run away with stuff sometimes. Okay, you don't see Heatran too much these days. Assuming Goodra also has me very on edge. I feel like you should never bring Heatran here. I have to be honest, that sounds like a miserable decision. Arcanine looks good, and Raging Bolt always looks pretty solid. Probably will lead with Grimmsnarl. It's a pain, but playing through screens is just part of the game sometimes. Yep, okay, it is Grimmsnarl and Lando. Well, luckily Lando doesn't scare me too much. And we could just Surf and Ice Beam and just get that huge damage down. Yeah, why not? Lando's the biggest threat to Raging Bolt in the back. Wouldn't be surprised to see U-turn. Oh, no, just a switch. Okay. Rillaboom. Okay, cool. Ice Beam is going to be great here. Okay, and we are already looking at a potential Terra situation. Okay, they Light Screen. Perfect. Surf comes out. Gastro's getting going. And we could actually do some real Cramorant damage here. Cool. Ice Beam comes out. And look at that damage. That is great. And the freeze. Wow. That is lucky. That is the second freeze. And I think if you go back to the last game, 2 Ice Beams. Also, oh, I thought it was another Lumberry. I was like, that's going to be crazy. I don't want to bank on the freeze. That feels a bit foolhardy. Let's Air Slash for some damage down and just protect. See, now I don't want to burn my Terra if I think that Rillaboom's going to stay frozen. Okay, and they Parting Shot. Okay. Great damage. And now I feel pretty good about our next play. Let's assume they want to Parting Shot. I say we Surf, I say we Terrifier, and I say we Ice Beam that Grimmsnarl. Yeah, oh, if they like switched in Lando, that would be crazy. Also, if they stay frozen, I feel pretty dumb. But this also could bait them to bring in that Lando. Okay, they do Parting Shot. This looks like Lando food right now. Oh, Goodra, really? Come on. That's lame. Okay, Surf comes out. Special attack. Doesn't do much. It's okay. Rillaboom stays frozen. Interesting. And Ice Beam does a tiny bit of chip. I don't want to get rid of that Rillaboom if I'm being honest. Let's keep boosting up and just Earth Power that Goodra. Because even if it thaws, it's not worrying me too much. It's really hard. Freezes are tough. I'm actually kind of in favor of the Frostbite rather than, okay, this is probably Goodra. Into what? Grass, maybe? No, just into Fairy. Well, surely they start eye-deffing now. See, Rillaboom stays frozen, and we're not paying any attention right there. Surf goes up. Gastro sitting real nice. A little more chip. Life Dew, interesting. Okay, well they're just burning their own screen turns. So I can keep doing this all day. I mean, that's still not doing much, but... Oh, and that's big. Okay, that's a huge special defense drop. Okay, Surf out. And this Goodra is our #1 problem. So we gotta start getting chip. Good chip. Rillaboom stays frozen because freeze is broken. Okay, they can keep life doing. They're gonna lose that light screen. I don't think that's a very good idea. They're probably doing this because they have high horsepower on Rillaboom. Earth power is doing more and more. Let's keep it going. Okay, they withdraw Rillaboom. Could be Lando. No, Grimmsnarl. Interesting. Possibly for parting shot pressure. They don't protect Goodra. We could pick up a KO if they don't life do here. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, they do life do. That was necessary. And that is, that's Goodra gone next turn. And another special defense drop. So now we can Surf and Earth Power Grimmsnarl. And maybe even pick up a double KO this turn. And we haven't taken any damage on our side. Now granted, when they switch in Lando, Gastro goes bye-bye. They're between a rock and a hard place now. I don't know what they do. They withdraw Goodra. Could be Lando finally. It is Lando. But maybe a minute too late here, as we are not targeting that slot. Okay, Grimmsnarl does have Fake Out. That's really good news for them. But they do take a little more chip. Defense down. Cramorant flinches, and Earth Power does just too much damage, I would say. Okay, we're going to Surf. And we're going to Protect here, because Lando will pick up the one shot if we're not careful. Okay, if we can get rid of their Grimmsnarl, though, before Light Screen goes back up, that would be huge, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Don't want to see Rock Slide. Don't want to see Rock Slide. Oh, we're faster. Okay, really good to know. Ah, doesn't KO Grim. Okay, they do Stomping Tantrum. That sort of beats my whole team, I'm just realizing. Shoot, okay, we have to Surf, and we have to hope a Stomping Tantrum does not KO. That is essentially our only hope here. Light Screen out. Surely you can live a Stomping Tantrum, Gastro. Not really, it's not gonna happen. Chip is great, and Grim is gone, so Arcanine's looking good. I shouldn't have Terra'd. Nice job, Gastro. That's gonna do it. That is gonna take the game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nice job. Wow. You're a beast, Gastrodon. And Cramorant, for what it's worth, has been also put in quite a bit of work here. Okay, now I'm trying to figure out if they don't stay frozen, how can we avoid losing here? Yeah, I think if we're gonna win anyway, we need to recover. Okay, Rillaboom stays frozen. That should seal it for them. And they rage quit. That makes sense. I would too. Air Slash, it does pick up the KO too. So we would have, yeah, that was huge game over. Yep, nice job. Cool that Cramorant loses the fish in its mouth when the game ends. Kind of similar to how the Terra sort of wears off. It's interesting. I didn't know that. Ooh, okay. Raichu's cool. Gyarados is cool. Yeah, Cramorant looks pretty good, and Gastro also looks nice to me. How do I deal with what's left? Raging Bolt sounds really good, and yeah, Arcanine for sure. Oh, it's gonna be that shiny Raichu, I bet, on their team. Let's see it. Surely Raichu, yep. Nice, the Vintage Beauty. Okay. What do we do here? What do we do here? They can't Surging Strike, so they could close combat. I think just Protect and Recover makes the most sense. Okay, Cramorant protects. Anticipating Fake Out. Oh, just U-turn. Okay, cool. I am not too mad about that. However, Recover was completely unnecessary now. Interesting, so they didn't want to commit the close combat. That's fascinating. Okay, Dragonite in. And Thunderbolt, okay. Actually, I think the path's pretty clear here. We go Raging Bolt and we Ice Beam that Dragonite. as soon as possible. Yeah, I want to keep Cramorant around. We could have gone for the Terra, but wouldn't have been ideal. Okay, Bolt comes out. Would love to see no Terrastalize on their side. Ah, but they do Terra. Okay, that's not good. Could be Terra Flying. Terra Normal's worst case scenario, and it's Terra Normal. Great. Fascinating. So that's Choice Band. Who is that into? Okay, it's into Gastro. Does an obscene amount of damage, as all of those are obligated to, but we get that at least. And okay. Now we do no damage. How can we work our way out of this? So maybe Dragon Pulse onto Dragonite and protect the Gastrodon. I don't know what that Raichu's doing. Maybe Helping Hand and then Extreme Speed. No? Okay, cool. Well, this is great because we get some very needed damage. And they just Thunderbolt again. Cool. Okay, Dragon Pulse there. And that's great damage. Okay, cool. We gotta play smart. I think we protect and we just go for the KO on that Dragonite, I think. Hopefully they like sort of get in their head here. I'm sort of banking on them, thinking that I'm not gonna make sort of the same protective play again of the Gastrodon, like a switch or something. Ah, and perfect. We made the right read here. And as long as this KOs for Gastro, we are in the money. Good. Okay. Feel good about that read right there. Proud of that one. And there goes Dragonite. Okay, that is their Terra out of the way. There's their huge threat out of the way. And now our game's gotten a little bit easier. That Urshifu is definitely scarfed though. That is going to cause a few problems, I think. And now things get really interesting. So they're forced to close combat. That much we know is true. Ah, Helping Hand close combat. Might KO even. They are scarfed though. Ah, it does KO. Okay. Good on you. But we still are exerting a lot of pressure here. Actually, yeah, we are looking really nice. Earth Power comes out. Brings it down to Sash, and now we can bring in our trusty Arcanine. I see we go into Cram, recover back to full. Ah, okay, and they withdraw Urshifu. That's great. They're probably gonna Nuzzle, which, make no mistake, will KO my Cramorant. But we get Gastro back up to full, and that's big. Now we can also start thinking about Terra-ing Gastrodon. And I think we should give it a lot of thought, actually. Cool. Okay, there goes Cramorant. But I will take that. That is actually fine by me. Okay, Arcanine in. Clear Amulet. Okay, that makes sense. Now we could Extreme Speed. We could Terra Normal Extreme Speed. Just Ice Beam the Gyarados. I actually kind of really like that. Like, obviously taking the KO on the Gyarados would have been nice, but Raichu is just going to do too much damage to Arcanine. Okay, there goes Raichu. And they Waterfall. Perfect. That's big. And we get a little chip off. And this is why I locked into Extreme Speed, because we weren't outspeeding the Scarf Urshifu anyway. So we're going to Extreme Speed and we're going to Earth Power, and we are going to hope that we can take a KO here. And if their only other move on Gyarados is like Earthquake for some reason, they could help us take this KO. Okay, I need a good damage here. Okay, and they close combat. That should do it. I mean, they could start Dragon Dancing with Gyarados. That's bad news. We also need this Earth Power to KO, but it definitely should if they're at -1 special defense. It's all going to come down to what this Gyarados' moveset is. Crunch we can deal with. And they don't get a defense drop. Cool, there goes Urshifu. And with Recover and Leftovers, as long as they don't get too many defense drops, we should win. And just like that, Gastro takes it here. Last man standing. Yeah, that's a great one to end on. I know Cramorant didn't do the most, but as a pivot, it was necessary. Oh my god, the frame rate is so low here. Hold on. Pause. We are not hanging out here. All right, Cramorant, the gimmick Pokemon of Gen 8, performed pretty well, I think, actually. Now, I said it before, but I know that it wasn't exactly the keystone player here, but I think it's like a really fun way to show off its special Gulp Missile ability. So I feel pretty good about the use of Surf here, even if it wasn't, boost Cramorant's special attack up 1,000,000 times and have it be, the world's greatest sweeper. But yeah, I think it was, it's just so goofy. Isn't that just such a funny looking Pokemon? And I think its shiny is really, really cool too. But yeah, I think Cramorant definitely has a place. Water flying's a tough typing. Gyarados will tell you that. Especially, when there's really good electric types like, let's say, Iron Hands or Raging Bolt. But with Sash, you can catch enough people off guard. I also really wanted to get this episode in and done before Regulation G starts because, yeah, with Miraidon running around, this thing is going to have even less of a chance to be viable. And, with Groudon Sun, Koraidon Sun, it's not going to be pretty for Cramorant. But I think in Reg F, it could work all right. Look at that waddle. It's so funny. But yeah, I just think it's really fun to find a use for these abilities that seem utterly pointless. And this, I think, was a good use of Cramorant's funky little, the Pikachu in the mouth, I think, is one of the funniest things Pokemon has done in the last few years, to be honest. And surprisingly good ability if you can get it to work. The Aracuda effect, even, that's a pretty sizable chunk of HP gone. And then getting a defense drop too. Oh, there goes Cramorant. We can watch it run around for a bit. But yeah, good episode, I think. And Gastrodon got to really show off. It's a hard wall to break. And then pairing it with that sort of offensive explosion from Cramorant Surfs was awesome. And as you saw, it can also provide backup for Arcanine, sort of make sure that those water type attacks can't get to it. And yeah, just a fun showcase of this funky orange, in my case, bird. Never noticed the eyes were green until now. Oh, there he is. But yeah, really fun. And this should be the last episode before Regulation G. And I'll start VGC Rejects in Regulation G with Cosmoem, because I promised that one a little bit ago. Trust me when I say it's truly horrendous. And then we'll do Leafeon, because that won the last poll. And I actually have a new series planned, new series in the works, and I'm really excited to show it off to you all. But that one will wait a little bit. But yeah, so as always, have a great rest of your day. If you enjoyed, liking and subscribing really helps a lot and sort of keeps this whole VGC with bad mons train going. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. To anyone who listens to this far, it is 12:35 this time, so definitely been worse before. And yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching.